everybody, it's Stephanie. It's Tuesday, September 21st. Yeah. So today was extremely beautiful all day. All day, right? So now I got a big old black cloud hanging right over my house. It was nice all day when I was working, but now I'm home free and it's gonna rain. What the heck? So anyways, before I continue, I want to say thank you to all of my subscribers and for all those months of supporting me and giving me those thumbs up. That's important, and sharing. Also, if you're visiting my channel for the first time and you're just checking my videos and you find that they resonate with you, please hit that subscribe key and don't forget to hit that top bell so you get future notification. Yes. And we'll continue with my little subject when I return. So here we go. So anyways, today's subject might have or maybe never crosses people's minds, and that is the aftermath of dating someone that you were attracted to, that you had something in common with. The chemistry was just right. But for some reason, it didn't work out. So now you go your separate ways. Most of the time, couples that break up are not always going to remain friends. That all depends on the reason why they break up. Did they break up because of infidelity? Did they fall out of love? It could be many things. Sometimes you get involved in sexual relationships just for that, for the sex part. The sex is great. But we all know that if it's just focused on sex because sex is great, then it's only a matter of time before it fizzles. So anyways, in most cases, when that happens, in my opinion, it fizzles and it stays fizzled. There's no reconnection. What if you're dating someone for years and the sex has always been great, but you fell out of love and the breakup was amicable? That means that you guys both agreed on it and you think that it's best, but you're still attracted to one another sexually. Okay? The chemistry is still there, especially after not seeing each other for, 4 or 5 months. Because around that time, one of you always say, "You look pretty good. Let's have some coffee." And that's how it starts. So anyways, I had a friend that believed in friends with benefits. Wow. I have to be honest, when I was young, I was seeing a married woman that was separated from her husband. I was only 19 and she was 26 or 27. Okay? And every time I saw her, I would feel like she was seducing me. That's different. I was young, I didn't have a lot of experience, which she had, and she would use it towards her advantage, because I would feel like guilty as hell afterwards. So anyways, is it possible to continue to have sexual relations? Sounds like Bill Clinton, doesn't it? To continue to have sexual relations after your relationship has ended. Okay, so if I stopped seeing someone and it was amicable and we agreed just to be friends, then I have to honor the agreement. Why? Because I care for her very much. I care for her very much. We both agreed that it's probably better, for whatever reason, that we be friends. And if I'm in agreement, and if I like her and I care about her very much, then obviously my friendship with her would be my first priority, because she mattered. I don't want to lose her friendship. But what if we still had the chemistry and the attraction, and our hands are starting to touch and our eyes are locking? I think that would put you back into a relationship status, but it might be for the wrong reason. It might be sexual based, okay? Which ultimately, if there was no substance there to hold that relationship together, and if it's only sex, then it's just a matter of time before it fizzles out and it just becomes a normal thing. And if that happens, can you be friends again? What kind of friendship would it be? Would it be a friends with benefits? What kind of understanding would you have to have for it to be friends with benefits? Do you make up the rules as you go and say, hey, you know, this is only going to be like when we have an urge to have sex, and that's all it is. There's no emotion, there's no love component to this, okay? It's not to say that you can't fall in love. You can, it's possible. But if it's based on sex because of attraction and chemistry with nothing in common, then I would say that it's just a matter of time. Either you say you've had enough, or maybe you met someone you want to have a real relationship with that's going to lead to sexual down the road. I have never had a relationship that ended, but we continued with sexual activities just because we're in the mood, or because we lock eyes, or because we think about each other all the time. Okay? I still talk to a girl I was just dating, but I enjoyed the conversation with her. I still feel attraction to her if I see her, no doubt. But I got to keep in mind our decisions, that if we're going to be just friends, then somehow we have to separate that so that we don't start getting involved sexually, which could lead to confusion, and where you start questioning yourself, why did we break up? You didn't break up because sex was bad. You broke up because maybe you were going too fast in the relationship and not too much thought was given in that relationship. So now we're friends because we enjoy each other's company and our conversation, whether we're texting or talking. And we just have the capability of being friends. When I used to be in my 20s and 30s, I had some friends that were still meeting their exes and they were still having dinner dates and sleepovers and stuff like that. To me, what that does is it just hinders your possibility of meeting someone down the road. Because you could be with your ex that you just broke up, that you're having friends with benefits with. You could be together out on a town having dinner or a coffee, and someone that's interested in you would think that you're still in a relationship with your ex, that she thought you were not together anymore. Hey, everybody's different. If you can have sex relations with your ex and not let it get too deep, or get to an area where it starts questioning, like, is this right or is this wrong? You're going to keep one thing in your mind. You're two adults, okay? There might not be a wrong or right. Maybe there is an understanding and you're able to continue with a sexual relations. Does it mean that it's healthy? I don't know. Only the people who are involved in that knows whether it's healthy or not. Maybe it isn't. Maybe it is. I don't know if I could do it. If I stopped seeing someone that I had feelings for and I cared for her and I was hoping that the relationship would go further, I probably would not have sexual relations. Here I go again. Sounds like Bill Clinton. I would not have sexual relations with her in fear that it could jeopardize my relationship with her, my friendship with her. Because I think if, even though you're friends, and there's mutual feelings on both ends, on both sides, that could bring you guys together, then it would happen naturally with two people agreeing on it and talking about it and discussing it. I'm not one to just jump in the sack with someone that I was dating that we decided to be friends with. I'm not one to jump in a sack with someone who I was having a relationship for a long time with. To me, it's like going backwards. However, I've seen people reform a loving relationship after they try the friendship thing, and they're still together today because that's what they needed to do. They let go and they found themselves again in love, in liking them. Like, that's what should have happened in the beginning, but it didn't because they went too quick. So it's a very interesting topic for sure, to say the least, because it happens. We're just human beings. We're just human beings, and emotions can run deep. But there's different emotions going on. There's different thought processes, okay? I remember one time I was married and I was taking my son for a walk in the park in a stroller, and I saw a woman that I liked. But I liked her before I was married. And she still likes me even though I was married. So I'm walking my son in his stroller in the park, and I saw Julie. I say, "Hey, Julie, how are you doing? It's not a long time no see." You know, I was pretty buff. I used to do bodybuilding. And she said to me, "You look really good." I said, "Thank you." And she locked eyes with me, and she said, "What?" She was trying to solicit response to me, from me sexually. And she said, "You know, I feel so horny." That's what she told me. She was having sexual feelings or desires for me, but I wasn't, because I was in a marriage, and that was my priority at that time. Weeks later, she saw me again and she apologized. she said, I'm sorry about that. I was in the wrong. I shouldn't have done that. So that's an instance that can happen between two couples. Even though I never dated Julie, we liked one another, but we never had anything. She had that happening because maybe she thought that if she said it, she would entice me, which she didn't. So anyways, I like to get you guys' thoughts on this subject because I think it crosses people's minds a lot. And we're all human. We all have thoughts run through our mind. Okay? But it's a very interesting one for sure. I still like a lot of the people that I've dated, but I don't go around them trying to incite some kind of sexual activity to happen. Or I don't express my feelings on that side of sexuality or relationship. They're just friends. If I see them, I'll say hello. In my mind, I might say, hey, she still looks pretty good. That's fantastic. Now I got to go my way. I still have girlfriends, friends that we dated, and we're just friends. And we do fun things together. There's no plan on changing that friendship. But if it happens, it would be a human, natural occurring thing. It would happen the normal way, where you sink back into a loving relationship, where you start actually dating. Not have sex here and there, like, hey, what are you doing tonight? You feel kind of horny? Let's get together. No, not like that. The other way can happen, this way cannot happen. If you enjoy the things that you do with a girlfriend that you used to date, then you can continue that way, you know, and keep your venues open for other possibilities as well. So anyways, if you guys have ever experienced something like this, how did you guys handle it? Did you put a hand up and say, stop, we can't do this, I care about you too much, and if it's a real thing, it's going to be real? Like I said, I had friends that had friends for benefits. I've never done that. I don't know what that's like. To me, it's weird. It might be like having sex with your brother or your friend or whatever. I hope not. But anyway, hey, if you guys like this topic, give me a thumbs up and share your thoughts and comments. I hope you guys have a fantastic day.
Don't you know?